just picked up Ailer and Ethan. Just having typical taxi driver conversations. But yeah, Ethan's in a band. Tell us more about your band, Ethan.
So we formed in 2022 after being in a band with a few mates. We're called Chemi-Kill.
Chemi-Kill, cool name.
Based off, there's a band from the 80s called Exodus from the Bay Area in Los Angeles. And I think it's off the third album, we got a song called Chemi-Kill. So when I formed the band with the other mate, we thought it'd be a great name because we both loved Exodus, so it was good.
Okay, so Chemi-Kill, that's the name of the band, yeah?
Yeah.
How many of you are in the band?
4 of us at the moment.
4 of you, yeah? Are you okay mentioning the names?
Yeah, so we got Navin on lead guitar, Andy on bass and backup vocals, and India on drums, and myself on main vocals and rhythm guitar, and occasional do some lead if I get the chance.
Okay, so is it heavy metal?
Yeah, it's like a mix between heavy metal, thrash metal, but I don't know about the other guys, but I don't want to be stuck to one type of metal. I want it to be sort of open, so in the long run, once we find our sort of way, we can bring new ideas in and different progressions at different times, signatures, and just experiment really.
Okay. Do you have like a lead singer for the heavy metal stuff?
Yeah, mate.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit more about it? Like, can you name someone who's famous within that world to give me an idea of someone, like, you know, we can name a lot of other pop artists, like Dua Lipa is on in Liverpool, Bruce Springsteen was on a few weeks ago, Sting. Can you name someone at that level?
Yeah, there's quite a lot.
Just so people can know more about them.
Yeah, of course. Like the bands like Metallica, James Hetfield,
Meatloaf.
Oh, Meatloaf's
yeah, jogging me memory now. He's old school classic. Is he still going?
No, he died.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
A couple of years ago, yeah. I cried when he died. That was so sad.
Okay, so who else? There's loads, yeah. Comes to think of what's the name?
Like
Scorpions.
Okay,
yeah. So there's loads, isn't there?
Of course, Megadeth.
Megadeth.
My favourite band, Dave Mustaine. Like, he's my true, like, idol when it comes to music. Like, you know, I played Flying V's just because he did. I remember when I was a kid, just seeing the song Wake Up Dead and the video where he's playing this Jackson King theme and going, oh, that's so cool.
Okay.
Like, so there's more to different shapes and guitars, and like, it's fascinating.
Okay.
So like 6-year-old me just being blown away by this music video, thinking, oh my god, there's like, you got like Les Pauls and SGs, like they're like the older shapes, and you got like these spiky things, and they're just rad as fuck, you know.
Okay. So that got you probably planted the seed a little bit along the journey you're on right now. So what about, I think if I'm correct, I spoke to someone a couple of years back and he was saying that over the water there's more of a market for the heavy metal stuff in contrast to Liverpool. I think at the time they were trying to do a gig by the what's it called, the Fabric Quarter, is it? Know where TJ Hughes is? You've got a lot of over here in Liverpool. What they were saying is, do you know where the Fabric District? So they call it, know where TJ Hughes was in Liverpool. So all of that area is where you can go and buy a lot of fabrics for clothing. So there's a lot of small events, I think. Would you say it's indie type of
stuff
events?
Like maybe like stuff like Oasis and stuff like that type of playing.
Just anything, to be honest. But what they call it, the Fabric Quarter or the Fabric District, because there's a lot of fabric shops, and you've got a lot of bands now doing a lot of gigs and stuff.
Yeah, it might be indie music.
Yeah, because he said that it used to be like the Baltic, but then it became more
Baltic Triangle.
It went more mainstream, so they kind of moved. But I think what he was saying is over the water, there's a bigger market. I don't know whether that's changed because that was a few years ago. What's the market like for your genre in Liverpool?
It's quite big at the moment.
Okay.
It's actually quite big. Like there's a band from Portugal that is over here. I'm mates with the guy that is in it, and he's got a guitar shop in the Strand.
Oh, in the Strand?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Nando's Guitars.
Okay, are you familiar with harmonics in Crosby?
Crosby, yeah.
Yeah, I just notice harmonics all the time because I drive past it and it looks amazing.
Yeah, it's quite cool on there, but yeah, I used to work there in Nando's Guitars, and
Okay.
that's where I come from looking for a new job. And but his band is really good. They sing about beer and alcohol, you know, the heavy metal lifestyle.
Okay.
So it's different, but it's cool. It's very it's catchy, but it's fun.
Okay.
So they've got a good following. There's also Ogun, which I don't know how to explain how they play, but I'd say it's more like traditional heavy metal with a bit of thrash in there, but great guys, lovely guys. Like, yeah, on the 11th of June they're playing in the Zanzibar for the Metal to the Masses Bloodstock gig, so I want to see that. Probably like the 5th time I've seen them, but I always enjoy them.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So would you say overall it's growing, like the heavy metal? Is that the best way to describe it, the heavy metal genre?
Yeah.
So it's definitely growing.
I don't think it's ever died, to be honest. So it's like even when you try and get tickets for like Iron Maiden or anything like that, they're always sold. Like,
Okay,
But
good
they
point.
just played in Manchester a few days ago.
Literally,
After,
and then
yeah.
they get sold out, and the tickets are quite expensive themselves, like over £100.
Okay. So who are the up and coming? So you mentioned them ones from Portugal. So in the UK, who would you say is, like, for example, you know what it's like in any genre, whether you're a rap, any type of singer, artist, if you get kind of noticed by a certain name, just overnight you can blow up, can't you?
Oh yeah.
So would you say that there's who in the UK is like kind of up there ready just to be like blown up within heavy metal?
I think Ogun and Devils Henchman, because
Where are they from?
Liverpool.
Oh, are they? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. And they're smashing it then for the UK.
It's doing really good.
And the name's what? Ogun?
Ogun, and Devils Henchman.
Devils Henchman.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool name, like.
Cool name, yeah.
But do you know Bloodstock, that festival?
I don't. Tell us more about it.
It's it's a metal festival, and they got 3 stages, and they got a stage for up and coming bands. But for that, the little stage, basically, they have this thing called Metal to the Masses, and
Metal to the Masses, yeah.
It's a contest, so who gets the best likes or ticket sales. I think that's how it goes, ticket sales. So Ogun are actually been playing for the Metal to the Masses, trying to get on the Bloodstock stage. So if they get on the Bloodstock stage, hopefully they do, that's it. They'll blow up.
Will they just like that?
I hope they do, because they're great guys, and you know, great music, and they fucking deserve it.
Okay.
You've seen that's always packed, like,
Yeah, it's always packed. Like one band, not from Liverpool, but a band called Tailgunner. They're from maybe Derby way, but they're blown up. They're playing all over Europe and that,
Okay.
which is great.
Yeah, so
Love
another...
for my band to be able to do that.
Yeah. Do you try to collaborate with any people within your world to get that exposure? Is it at some point that's what everyone likes to do?
Yeah, like maybe make a song with each other.
Maybe,
like
yeah, or what's it like, a supporting act? Things like that. Is that probably a little bit down the line?
Yeah, like supporting that. Like I've spoke to the guys in Ogun and other bands, and they'll be happy for us to support them at gigs, which is, you know, it's a great opportunity. So we got that slot available for when we're ready.
Okay.
But you know, it's annoying because we started in 2022 and you know it's 2025, and it's took a while. But
Yeah.
when it comes to finding the right people, it's hard. You know, you clash with people you don't.
Yeah.
But drummers are so fucking hard to come by.
Ew, drummers. Do you know what? Funny enough,
Especially for metal music. It's
Okay, especially because someone else said that, but then I asked someone else and they disagreed, a different perspective. But a few people have said they're hard to come by, and like you said, it's even more niche.
Yeah.
The heavy metal stuff. So why do you think that is? Just less people basically interested in drumming, is it?
I think for other types of music, like maybe grunge and pop and indie music, it's very easy because it's more of a subtle tempo, where heavy metal, you know, you got like blast beats, triplets and double kick drum, so you know it's a very particular taste. You know, if you're gonna do it, you gotta want to do it and want to learn more, because you just don't get it overnight. You know, it takes months, maybe years, and
does it? Yeah.
but that's why, you know, if someone's that good when it comes to being a drummer, everyone wants to fucking snatch them. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Hard to come by.
very
It's
hard.
is it when you say so the learning curve involved? I mean, everything's got a learning curve for
yeah.
drumming, for anything. But would you say for drumming, it's especially for heavy metal, it takes a lot longer? Would you say 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, or you say no, longer to master that craft?
At drumming.
Yeah, of drumming.
I don't know really, because I don't really know how to play drums. I can play a tiny bit, but if I had to say personally, if I wanted to play drums and get to the level where I want to imagine myself, possibly maybe 2 years, but that's just, a drummer might go, no, it'll take this long, but because I don't particularly know, you know, I'd say 2 years.
Okay, fair enough. So, what's your dream? And so another thing, like what I talk about, my slogans, monetize your passion.
Yeah.
So, not everyone's got passions, which is fine. Not everyone's found it. We've all got the spark, haven't we? Some people's spark's gone out because of, like, you know, paying bills, work, this. You can't really, you know, worry about your passion for some people, if you've got to, you know, find money.
Yeah.
Other means, yeah. So, a question I always ask my customers, yeah. Let's just say Ethan won the lottery, yeah, right? Most people do certain jobs because it pays the bills, yeah. Would you trade your passion for $1 million? Let me just change it. No. Come on, Ailer. I think Ailer's thinking. Is it Ailer? Sorry. Ailer. Sorry, I keep pronouncing it wrong. It's a lot of money. That could be life changing for Ailer.
Oh no, I wouldn't want you to give me passion.
That's
I'd
nice.
throw my passion away like in a half.
But
It's
do you?
just something about music, man. It's just, you know, growing up, you know, dealing with shit like, especially school and, you know, assholes, and when you get home, you put your headphones on and listen like some real big Megadeth and Metallica, you know, and even though it sounds angry, the music, and they sing about like Satan and, you know, dying and all that shit. But I don't know, it's just something so relaxing about it. Like, it might sound mad to people that are not into that music, but
yeah, no, we're all into different things.
Yeah,
Can you? We'll get back to that. Yeah, just a key point what you said. It'll be interesting to get your perspective on it. Have you got any particular passions, Ayla?
No, I can't. I'm the type of person that literally, might be my ADHD brain, but I'll go from one thing to the other. Like, there's no, like, 1 minute I'll be so passionate about something, and then 2 weeks later I'll be dropping it. So
yeah,
it's just, I just go with one of it. Like, at the minute it's bikes, next week it could be something else. So
yeah, no, I'm like that.
Drive him and stay with God knows what.
Yeah, but yeah, you're still young. The world is your oyster. See, going back to like what you said then as well, Ethan. So the Satan stuff, some people will have assume a certain negative perspective on it. So like my podcast, it's called Taxi Podcast, but it's perspectives, emphasising it. Everyone's got a perspective, yeah? And we're all grown-ups, we're all adults, and sometimes you might have a misconception or a distorted perception of what something might mean, yeah? But nevertheless, whether you agree with it or not, it's good to have a sensible exchange of perspectives, and you might agree or you might not, but sometimes you reflect on other people's perspectives, and that's how we evolve and we grow. Yeah, got to be respectful. What's the Satan connection with heavy metal? Obviously, everyone will have different interpretations. What's your understanding of it? What's Megadeth's?
So, mine personally is, my band, we haven't done a song where we have Satan as a key role in the storyline, but coming from other bands, what I've heard is it's more of a shock horror, you know, it's something, but shock horror to make like make songs more interesting, you know, create stories and stuff like that. But with Megadeth, I should just said the name, and the earlier stuff. Now the singer Dave Mustaine, he was into the satanic Bible, black magic, so he was quite deep into that stuff, and he had wrote songs like The Conjuring, which was about putting a hex on someone that he did, and obviously later regretted it, you know, because you would.
Okay.
But now he's a born again Christian.
Okay.
But
So
the whole Satan stuff is, if you hear the black metal.
Black metal, no,
Yeah.
I haven't.
Originated in Norway, so you got bands like what are they called? Mayhem.
Okay.
So that's like a proper original 80s black metal band. You got loads of others like Gorgroth, other bands. I'm not too big, but like full on satanic, which I'm not too into that stuff. I'm more into like Iron Maiden, where they tell you stories and, you know, sing about, you know, women, you know, motorbikes, getting drunk, and, you know, just having fun.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
What was that? Sorry.
A teenager's dream.
Oh, yeah, exactly. How old are you, by the way?
No, I'm 21.
Okay, so you're only young, aren't you?
Oh, for young.
See, yeah, no, you both are, yeah. See, for example, are you religious? What's the consensus with a lot of the heavy metal? Are the atheists? I'm just curious. What's the belief system in general? Are you religious or are you still agnostic?
Well, I was born again, a Roman Catholic, and then when I was a teenager, say about like 13, 14, I thought I'd be edgy and become like anarchist and all that shit, but then when I got about 15, I thought, like, what the fuck is, you know, what am I thinking, you know, it's just stupid. So then I thought, you know, I didn't like the thought of, you know, I do something, I might go to hell, I might go to heaven, so that scared me, so I thought I'd be atheist. But then when I was 19, I started diving into like stuff like theories, started learning more about religions and how they work, like conspiracy theories, and started thinking, well, you know, religion as a following, and, you know, people use that as an advantage to get people as a grasp and do bad things. But I do believe in God. I want to believe that he's real, you know, 'cause I don't want to die and then, you know,
Got it wrong.
Yeah, I don't, you know, I don't see Ayla, I don't see my family, you know,
Yeah.
so I hope something's there.
Okay.
And I hope something's there for the bad. You
Yeah,
know?
okay,
So
no.
I wouldn't say I'm religious, but I'd say I'm spiritual. Like, I've got my own personal little relationship that's just for me.
Yeah, that's fine,
But,
that's fine.
You know, I don't put on anyone, you know.
You're still young and you're still doing
still
your
learning.
thing, and yeah, you got plenty of time, and you'll probably swap and change when you one minute feel a certain way.
Be atheist next week.
That's just how life is. It's a journey. But we're ready to drop off. Is there anything? Did you say you've got an upcoming gig?
Yeah.
Do you want it? Where is it? Where is it at?
The band Ogun. It's in the Zanzibar in Liverpool.
Okay, just off Seal Street.
Yeah.
Okay, and when is it? The date?
The 11th of July.
The 11th of July, because I'll find that'll be online, so I'll put a little link. Like I say, it's only a new channel, but as it grows, it's just exposure, and it's good to get perspectives in the context we've done it, and it's good. So thank you. I put you on the spot, and you was just game for it, and the missus as well. So thank you. Any final words before that?
Yeah, just about my band. We've got a song called The Hord Of Evil, which was our first single, and
The Hord of Evil.
Yeah.
Good name.
So if anyone checks it out, I hope you like it, and, you know, follow us, and maybe we might see you in the crowd one day.
Okay. Is there any other songs, someone else, any that you'd like to recommend to people, or is there loads on your socials and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's like other bands.
So when I think you mentioned, what's the main channel? Have you got a website or is it a social for people to find out more?
Yeah, so we got our YouTube, which is just Chemi-Kill. It's best to put the song name in, then it'll come up. But
Okay.
for Instagram, I think it's Chemi-Kill Official 2022.
Okay. And all of these songs are on there. The one you've just said, Hord of Evil.
Yeah, that's already posted. So
Okay.
It's also on Spotify as well.
Okay.
I'm currently working out whether I want to put on Apple Music, but I need to get it onto that.
Okay.
But,
No, Ethan, thank you very much.
it's great.
Thank you as well, yeah.